Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tronage, and today we're going to be talking about BetaFPV's Beta75x, the Big Daddy. Stick around. For me personally, in the East, I live in the East Coast, and it's starting to get a little cold. When it gets cold in the East Coast, I like to fly indoors. Some people just prefer to fly indoors in general. I like to prefer to fly indoors when it's either bad weather out, raining, snowing, cold, super hot, and that sort of a thing. A couple of my friends told me I should be checking out the BetaFPV line of products because they have some really good indoor stuff. So I checked out their Beta75x, which is their 2S, tiny whoop style quad, and I was having a blast with it. It was awesome and fun to fly. But, of course, I got addicted. And it's like a potato chip. You can't just have one. You want more. They have a bigger version right here in this box. It's their 75x. So basically it's a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, a little bit more robust, but still able to fly indoors. So I said, I gotta check this out. I gotta see what's going on with this. So I picked myself up one, and we're going to unbox it. So we'll crack it open, see what it looks like inside, maybe compare it to a couple other things, and then I'll give you my initial thoughts about it, all right? So come on in. All right, so here we have the BetaFPV. It's their X series, the 2S Whoop drone, they call it. I'll show you the box, just in case any of that interests you. The sides of the box are pretty plain. They're just plain white. And the back of the box has some information on it, and I did get this in the Frsky version, because that's what I'll be binding it to. And I see it also says XT30, so this has an XT30 connector on it. So let's crack this open and see what we got. Okay. Very similar to the Beta65, we have a spare set of props, but these props are bigger, which is pretty cool. Bigger props, of course, is going to be bigger everything. And then we have a spare canopy as well, made of, it feels like the same material, not too weak, but not too rigid. It does have some flex and give to it, so it's not like hard plastic. It feels probably thermoformed. And then, oh mama, look at this guy. He is a beast. Oh, that's nice. So I'm just noticing it actually has the diversity receiver on here because I am seeing two antennas. So for the Frsky, we have a diversity antenna. The Beta65 had the single antenna. This has dual antennas, which is really cool. It also comes with the 350 battery pack, which is great. I'm just looking at this. Nice Frsky receiver in there. All kinds of goodies. This is great. Still have access to our USB port if we need to get into that to do any Betaflight configuration stuff. See, there's like a nice little touch. There's even like a little, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a little notch for this antenna. See, if I pull it out of the notch, you can see that little notch. And then I can push this into that little notch there, so it just keeps your antenna forward or backward, I guess, and out of the prop's way. But this thing is beastly. Nice little XT60 power connector. Overall, this thing is pretty robust feeling. Like this is going to be some fun to fly. So now let's get some weights off of this thing because I'm sure you want to know how much this thing weighs. Okay, the craft by itself is 41 grams with a battery pack, 62 grams. And since we have them here, let's weigh the canopy. It weighs 1 gram. And let's weigh our props while we have them here. Why not? 2 grams. 2 grams in props. So So now I would like to just compare size comparison so you can see how this looks compared to the Beta65. So here's the Beta65 here, and this is the Beta75. So you can see it is a quite substantially larger size comparison between these two. Motor to motor this way. I'll throw in one of my newbie drone B-Brain V2 deals as well to see size comparison. As I mentioned in an earlier video, these two are the exact same size. So you can see this guy is the Big Daddy version of these, but I'm really excited to fly this around and see how it feels. Whoa. All right. So that is some really, really, really good power. All right, so here, let me give you my initial thoughts on this craft. You can fly this indoors, but you're probably going to want to back off on your sticks a little bit. You're not going to be giving it a lot of throttle, and you're kind of just going to be cruising around with it because it does have a lot of oomph, and unless you have the space for that oomph, you may end up just kind of going crazy and out of control because I kind of underestimated what it was capable of and had a little bit of crash. As long as you take it easy and respect that it is a pretty powerful quad to be flying indoors, you should be fine and not have any issue. The beauty of this is great for someone who wants to get into the hobby and just wants to try it indoors, but also be able to take it outdoors. Because I did sneak outside, even though it was cold. I did go outside and I flew it around, and it flew wonderfully as well. I had no complaints of how it performed outdoors. There was some breeziness going on, and I still had no issues flying it. So if you're looking for something that's not necessarily just an indoor quad, but can be used indoors, but you can very easily take it outdoors and fly it outdoors as well, then I really think the Beta75X is the quad for you, because you just take it out, you set it up, and you can go flying, and you can really use it indoors and outdoors. It really works in both locations. You want to be a little bit light on the sticks indoors because it can get away from you quickly unless you have a lot of space to work with. Like if you're in a large space, then it'll be perfect. Smaller space, you want to just be a little light on those sticks. Outdoors, it was great. It was a blast. It was fun to fly, and it really gives you that experience of flying like a real big quad in a small package. And what's also great, it's not very intimidating. It looks like a toy, but make no mistake, this is not a toy. It flies really good. But onlookers think, oh, that's just a toy or whatever, and they're not going to really pay you much mind. So it doesn't draw attention. It doesn't cause any problems. And overall, I'm having a blast flying this. So I hope that helped you out. I hope I gave you some good information that maybe help you make a decision whether you're going to purchase this or not. So as always, my name is Tronage. Fly strong.